to do is try to attempt to explain how what most people do in churches is blasphemous. The whole speaking in tongues thing, yeah, it's pretty wrong. I had a question some time ago and I responded to it. It's basically what I said. I said, what language do angels speak? If every time an angel would speak to a man, well, in the Bible, that man would understand the angel in his own language. Now, if angels speak in angelic languages, which I've never read in the Bible, that will mean angels are bilingual. In the case that they speak in earthly and angelic languages and not different angelic ones, if a person is speaking in tongues, you could only assume it's an angelic language because you've never heard an angel speak. Like, none of us have, as far as, well, I don't know. I've never heard any angel speak. But as I, reiterate, if you were to hear an angel speak, apparently he was speaking your language. Why would an angel come to you speaking some language you don't know? What sense would that make? Anyway, if you did hear one speak, I'm only sure that would speak in a language that you can understand. This could only mean speaking in tongues is only meant to speak to people. Meant to speak to people who speak a different language than you. Paul said, a man who prophesies is greater than a man who speaks in tongues. If you are actually talking to God, Yahweh, do you think Paul would say something as blasphemous as that? That would mean he's saying he thinks it's better for you to teach than to pray to Yahweh. Both are very necessary, but he will be putting one over the other. Speaking in tongues isn't speaking to God. It's a purpose. It's speaking to people who speak a different language than you. Plain and simple, there's no other purpose for it. Every gift has a purpose. There are purposes for everything that Yahweh does. Speaking in tongues has a purpose to help people of different dialects converse as a sign to unbelievers. The interpretation of tongues speaks for itself. Prophecy is meant to teach. Healing speaks for itself. Faith, casting out demons, they all have purposes. If you can't understand the purpose of tongues, then there's nothing I can do to help you. I've explained it. Like, I've done extensive research. There's nothing in the Bible that states otherwise. People just assume that speaking in tongues is speaking in a heavenly language because they've been taught to believe it. If you analyze the accounts in the Bible, when people did speak in tongues, you'll notice that everyone who did speak in tongues spoke in earthly languages. So why do people think it's different today? I really wish I knew. But, it's not. It's the same yesterday, today, and forever. Yahweh's words do not change. That's my question. Why do people think it's different today? Why do people think that speaking in tongues is so much different today when you look in Acts, in the day of Pentecost, 120 men were there, all speaking in different dialects, but they all heard each other in their own language, which you can read in Acts. Please do, if you don't believe me. So my question is, why do people think it's different today? May Yahweh bless you with true knowledge. Shalom.
Incoherent species intel.
What you talking about?
It's what you need to know.